Hello automators. Once you have a smart home camera in your home, you want to know how to integrate it with your other products. Now, of course, you have all of the smart home applications that come with these smart home products, but you really want to integrate it with devices like the Google Home Hub or your smart display with Google Assistant on board. Now, today what I'm going to show you is how to connect your Nest cameras to Google Home and therefore show it on a Google Home Hub, a smart display with Google Assistant on board, or even a Google Chromecast. So let's get going. This video does assume that you've already gone ahead and you've set up your Nest Cam. It doesn't really matter what version of the Nest Cam, and truthfully, even a Nest doorbell is going to behave relatively similar. There's some additional functions with a Nest Hello doorbell, but the Nest cameras all work on the same premise, and so this video assumes you've already set up your Nest camera. If you haven't, hey, I have videos here on the channel that will help you set up your Nest camera. Now, on top of that, I'm assuming you have a Google Home Smart Display or a Google Chromecast that you can go ahead and utilize, and that's already set up in the application. Now, we're going to start in the Google Home application, and I'm going to give you a run through of how to get your Nest account connected. Within the Google Home application, you can actually go ahead and check if you already have this service connected or you already have your camera connected. So I just want you to do a quick run through. You will definitely see the icon for a camera as you roll through here. If you don't see the icon for the camera, then you're in the right place. So we're going to go to the Add button up here, and we're going to hit Set Up Device. Now, as we get in here, we're going to hit Have Something Already Set Up. So if you see your linked account right here, so you can see there's a set of linked accounts, and then down below there's the Add New section. So if you see Nest up here, you have the ability to actually go ahead and just find any new cameras that you've added already. So if you can't find cameras, you have other cameras on the network or on the Google Home application, then it's as simple as telling your Google Home device to sync my devices. That's the exact syntax that you use. You just wake up the device and say sync my devices. Now, if you're someone who owns a Nest thermostat, there's actually a little trick that Google tells us to do. They actually tell us to unlink your account and then relink it for the Nest product. So if you have just a thermostat in your home right now, a Nest thermostat, then you're probably going to want to start by unlinking. So all you have to do is tap on where it says Nest here in the linked accounts, hit unlink, and then what I would suggest is leave the application, come back in, let it all be refreshed, and then come back here and make sure that Nest is not showing up in your list of linked accounts. Now, if you're like me then, or basically we should all be at this point, we just want to search. So I hit the little search, and now I'm looking for Nest. And really this process is as easy as linking your account. So you have to log in with your account credentials for Nest. So I'm just going ahead and doing that. You can see I'm just hitting the sign in button here, and they're walking me through basically what it's all allowing to have happen. So you're giving lots of access to the Nest devices throughout your Google Home application, and you just want to hit allow at the bottom of that statement right there. Now it says accounts are linked up at the very top left. Now if I just leave it, what happens is my Google Home application comes all the way back, and now I can choose the devices that I want to add to Google Home. And essentially I hit that and I'm hitting next. I choose a home to put it in. Now I have multiple homes. You probably only have one, but ultimately choose the home that you want to put in and then scroll to the room that you want to put this in. Now I'm putting this in my entryway in my home, so I'm going to tap that and hit next. And really the linking process in terms of the camera is done. So let me show you as we scroll down here. Here's my entryway, so that was the room I chose to put it in. Here's my entryway camera, and we can go in and it will make a direct connection to that camera. You can see it sitting over there and it's looking at my GoPro up there. And now you can see up at the top there is the Nest button up there that takes you directly into the Nest application to manage your device. And here's the settings within the Google Home application. So if you made a mistake at some point about which home to put it in, you can actually tap there. Or if you made a mistake on the room, you can tap there. Or if you'd like to change the name of that specific device, you can change it there. So easy management of your Nest cameras here just from the Google Home application. As I mentioned earlier in the video, you can actually get your feed from that camera or any Nest camera to play on a Google Home Hub, a Lenovo Smart Display, or any smart display with the Google Assistant and or a Google Chromecast. Now that doesn't include obviously a Chromecast audio. I've never tried that anyways, and I don't know what the purpose would be. But what I've done is I've got my Lenovo Smart Display here ready, and the syntax that you can use is basically what's on, play, or show. So any of those words as basically your initiating words, and then you can say on whatever device you'd like. So I'm going to start by just showing the feed here on the Lenovo Smart Display. So show my camera.
You got it. Streaming the entryway on kitchen display.
Now there you go, it's showing, and all I said was show my camera. Now, if you had multiple cameras in your house, you can refer to the device name or the room name. So I'll show you that in here in a second, but you also can hear what's going through the device. I just had to turn down the volume with my Lenovo Smart Display just because the camera is right there as well, and we get a bunch of echo or a bunch of feedback. So let's go ahead and do this by room. Show the entryway.
Sure, streaming the entryway on kitchen display.
So there you go again. It was able to actually show me that room. We can go ahead and we can actually cast that across to either a Google Home Hub or, as I said, a Google Chromecast. Now, I'm going to show you on the Google Home Hub, and then I'll show you just in the demo that it actually did play on a Google Chromecast. You don't need to see these commands over and over again. The other thing I'll tell you is that the stop command is quite simple. It is simply just stop. So, stop. Now, in terms of a Google Chromecast, there is one difference that I forgot to mention here about stopping that device from receiving the stream from a Nest Cam. Now, what I'll tell you is that device, you can actually tell a Google Chromecast to turn off. So you can just say, turn off my, whatever your name of your Google Chromecast is. So let's go through the demo here of casting over to this device, and then we'll go ahead and show you how it does work on a Google Chromecast. So show me my camera on Living Room Hub.
You got it. Streaming the entryway on Living Room Hub.
So there you go. You can see that stream is running over here on the Living Room Hub. I can tell either device basically to stop the stream, or I can just stop it through the Google Home application where I can actually hit the pause button and it will pause the video. And I can't actually physically change that pause there, but I can change it again on the application to actually start streaming the video again. So let's see how the Google Chromecast looks. I think it looks fantastic. So there you go, guys. That's everything I have here for getting your Nest camera, whatever version it is, connected and showing on your Google Home Hubs here today, or any of the Google Assistant enabled smart displays, or a Google Chromecast. Now, there is subscribe buttons coming at the end of this, and additional videos that will show you how to do anything really in your smart home related to Google, Amazon, Samsung, and even Apple. So thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time.